It's not coffee, it's a coffee beer, so I guess that counts, right? All right, this is Highland Brewing Company Thunderstruck Coffee Porter. It's from Asheville, North Carolina, which is the state I live in, and it's dark. I love dark beer. Anyway, since I thought I was playing something, I thought I'd talk about something that was relaxing. I thought I would do something relaxing. Oh, not long ago, I played a game called Mountain, about a year ago or so. And I shared some thoughts about that and the idea of relaxing video games. And in my just poking around the internet, I came across a game called Zen Bound 2. It's apparently the sequel of Zen Bound 1, but I had a hard time finding Zen Bound. Maybe I was just looking in the wrong spot, but whatever. I did find that Zen Bound was apparently released on some mobile devices, so you know, that might be worth looking into too. So Zen Bound 2, man, it's a thick head, ain't it? Holy crap. So Zen Bound 2 is a puzzle game of sorts that was developed by a company called Secret Exit. Whoa, that is thick and foamy. That's what she said. Basically, the gist of the game is you get various wooden figures, and the goal is to cover them in paint. You will be covering these figures in paint in a kind of a peculiar way. Basically, you have a predetermined length of rope, and the rope is tied off on one part of the figure, and you have to wrap the rope around the figure and cover the figure in paint and try to cover as much as possible. It's interesting because you don't actually control the rope itself. The rope is basically stationary. What you do control is the figure. The figure is rotated and twisted and turned and wrapped and spun in different ways so that the rope coils and wraps and turns around different parts, and as it wraps around those parts, it covers those bits with paint. Now, there's different gameplay types. You got figures that are entirely covered with these nails that, as you touch the nails, it paints an area, a predetermined area of the figure. You've got versions where the rope has what it refers to as kind of like bombs, paint bombs, embedded in the rope, and as the rope touches those things, basically a paintball explodes and covers a large section of the figure. And then of course the standard gameplay is just the rope itself lays out a given area of paint. Now the thing about it is it is somewhat relaxing if you're not taking the game itself too serious. I mean, the music itself, the music is very soothing. They've got some upbeat tunes that are not exactly like meditating type jams, if you will, but much of the music, at least the music that I've encountered so far, has been very contemplative, very nice, very soothing actually. And it's a lot of fun actually to just sit and spin these pieces and think about how the rope should wrap so that you get the most possible coverage for the least amount of rope, because that's the problem, right? As you go, you're going to run out of rope. So you're wrapping the figure with the rope, and you're trying to get the rope basically back to a second nail to tie it off, and that's the percentage you get. Now, there are basically 3 levels of completion here for every level or puzzle or figure or however you want to call this thing. So you can get 70%, you can get 85%, and finally you can get 99%. And if you're going to get 99%, there's probably a good chance you're going to roll right on up into that 100% marker. So every time you move up a marker at the 70% mark, you get 1 flower. At 85, you get 2 flowers. And at 99, you get 3 flowers. Flowers, the building up of flowers is how you progress through the levels. If you want to move up a level, which is basically represented by a tree with paper lanterns on it. The paper lanterns light the levels, and as you go up the levels, there will be tags that you can choose from, and the tags represent the puzzles. So you move up a lantern, you pick a tag, you do the puzzle, you get enough flowers, you light the next lantern, you move up a level, you pick some more tags, you get as many flowers as possible, you move up to the next lantern, so forth, and so on. Now, I've already mentioned that the music is soothing, the music is relaxing, and the music is great. The game's graphics are also very visually appealing periodically at random intervals. The game has crashed on me. I don't know why. I don't know if that's just bad coding. I don't know if there's something wrong with some of my hardware. I don't know. But when the game runs, it runs beautifully and I don't have any problems. But there have been like 2 times that I've started up the game and it just crashed. So I don't know, maybe I had too much going on. You know, you also got to consider that a lot of times when I'm playing games, I'm running a capture program, and I wonder if maybe the capture program causes problems. You never know. But the graphics in and of themselves, as the game sits, looks lovely. And the music is probably my favorite part, honestly. Between the music and just the puzzles, I love puzzle games in general. So just the puzzles in and of themselves, thinking is a very relaxing thing for me, and that's just me. So, I mean, I guess I got to be fair and say that this might not be the best way for everyone I know to relax, because I know some people will get very frustrated. I know that periodically I have found myself getting very obsessed with some of these puzzles, in that I would get to like 93% and I know I could get the last 6 if I just turned the figure the right way and it hit that one last, you know, spot that needed to be covered. Sometimes it would, I wouldn't say it wasn't relaxing. I will say that I do get a little bit obsessed with the notion of completion whenever I'm doing something like that. Like, I couldn't stand to leave it at 94%. You know, if you're going to get that close, why not go all the way? Anyway, but for the most part, the game itself is pretty easy to play. Honestly, you roll the figure around, you'll tie things off, and you'll tie it off to the final nail. It plays very well. It plays very easy, and it's a great game to kill, you know, 10, 15, 20 minutes to, you know, 2-3 hours. You know, it's all according to what you know, how into a puzzle game you might get. But it's something unique. It's something a little bit different than your standard, you know, I mean, how many Candy Crush clones are there now? I mean, come on. This is just something, I've never encountered anything quite like this. And from that standpoint, the uniqueness alone made it very, very worth playing. So I would have to say that Zen Bound 2 totally gets my my thumbs up, my vote, my approval, 100%. I definitely think that everybody should try it. It's a relatively inexpensive game, and if you catch it on a sale or maybe in a bundle or something like that, all the more reason to snatch it up. And honestly, I think I will, as soon as this video is over, as soon as I'm done shooting here, I'm going to actually hunt down the mobile game and see what that's like and see how that would be, because I mean, given the way it plays, you know, on the computer, I think it would play very well on the phone for sure. And I actually honestly think that given the nature of analog sticks today, and even things like the kind of the direction that VR is going, I think this game could be there's a lot of room for other systems and other mediums for this game to show up. So cheap game, great way to kill some time, great way to unwind in my humble opinion, and definitely worth playing. Well, that about does it this time. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video. If you've got time, check out some other videos, and of course subscribe. Next Sunday I should have another video. Make sure you check out all the links below, and maybe even check out Redbubble and grab some merchandise. Thanks for watching.